Debt is usually described as a temporary problem, a phase people pass through on the way to stability. It is presented as something that ends once income increases. So why do millions of people move in circles between borrowing and paying without ever leaving the system that created the problem? The common belief about debt is simple and deeply accepted. Debt is seen as a bridge, a short-term tool for long-term progress. People believe debt exists to smooth life, to handle emergencies, to cover gaps between income and expenses. In this belief system, debt is neutral. It is neither good nor bad. Its outcome depends entirely on behavior. Responsible use leads to stability. Irresponsible use leads to trouble. This idea feels logical. If someone earns more than they spend, debt disappears. If someone spends more than they earn, debt grows. The explanation appears complete. Debt is also framed as a stepping stone. Student loans build careers. Credit cards build credit history. Mortgages build ownership. These narratives are reinforced socially. Banks describe debt as opportunity. Employers link financial responsibility to credit scores. Housing systems require debt records. Cultural language supports the belief. Debt is described as manageable. Repayment is described as progress. Problems are treated as personal outcomes. Someone borrowed too much. Someone made bad choices. Someone failed to plan. The system itself is rarely questioned, only the individual behavior inside it. This belief persists because it fits everyday experience. Bills arrive monthly. Payments feel structured. Nothing appears broken on the surface. Debt looks like a tool that can be put down at any time. The reality of debt operates on a different logic. Debt systems are not built around exit. They are built around continuation. Most modern debt is revolving or extended over time. Credit cards, installment plans, student loans, medical debt, and financing programs are designed to remain active for years. Minimum payments do not eliminate balances quickly. They maintain balances. Interest does not slow down when income rises. It continues regardless of circumstances. The system measures success differently than individuals do. For the borrower, success means finishing repayment. For the system, success means keeping accounts active. A stable debt account is one that does not default and does not disappear. It stays open, it stays predictable, it stays profitable. Risk is not removed, it is priced. Higher risk leads to higher interest. Longer duration leads to higher revenue. Late payments lead to fees. None of these are accidents. They are embedded mechanisms. Debt does not depend on widespread collapse. It depends on averages. Across millions of people, predictable percentages will revolve balances. Predictable percentages will pay only the minimum. Predictable percentages will remain inside the system for years. These patterns are modeled in advance. They are not surprises. The system does not need individuals to fail. It needs them to remain engaged. This is why debt repeats. Not because people forget lessons, but because the structure produces the same outcomes again and again. Income increases do not automatically end debt. Lifestyle costs rise alongside income. New financing options appear with every stage of life. Car payments replace student loans. Credit cards replace emergency funds. Mortgages replace rental stress. Debt shifts form. It rarely disappears. This is the operational reality. Debt is not a phase. It is a cycle. The debt cycle is reinforced psychologically, not through fear, through normalization. Borrowing changes how time is perceived. Cost is moved into the future. Relief happens in the present. This creates a mental separation. Spending feels immediate. Payment feels distant. Over time, this separation becomes routine. Monthly statements replace real-time awareness. Balances become background information. The system encourages compartmental thinking. Purchases happen now. Repayment happens later. Language supports this split. Minimum payments sound small. Balances sound manageable. Interest feels abstract. Normalization deepens the trap. Carrying debt becomes common. Owing money becomes ordinary. Stress does not arrive suddenly. It accumulates slowly, as pressure rather than crisis. People adjust their expectations. Debt becomes part of daily life, not an exception. No single decision feels decisive. Each one feels minor. Each one feels justified. The psychological load becomes invisible, not because it disappears, but because it becomes familiar. This is not weakness. It is how human cognition responds to delayed consequences. Present needs feel real. Future costs feel theoretical. The system aligns with this tendency. It does not fight it. It uses it. The trap works quietly, not through force, through routine. Financial institutions benefit directly. Interest accumulates over time. Revenue increases with duration, not completion. Credit providers profit when balances remain active. Payment networks profit from every transaction. Retailers benefit from reduced friction. Deferred payment increases purchase completion. Price sensitivity decreases when cost is postponed. Subscription models benefit from predictability. Monthly charges become background noise. Data systems benefit from tracking behavior. Risk models improve with repetition. None of this requires coordination. Each participant follows rational incentives. The system does not need harmful intent. It relies on structure. Profit emerges from consistency, not from crisis. Debt cycles persist because they are efficient, not because they are hidden. They are visible. They are normalized. The system rewards continuation. That alone sustains it. Debt is introduced early in life, often before alternatives are understood. Education systems link borrowing to opportunity. Housing systems link borrowing to stability. Employment systems link borrowing to responsibility. Avoiding debt becomes impractical. Participation becomes expected. Language reshapes perception. Debt is framed as utility. Interest is framed as access. Cultural repetition dulls scrutiny. Long repayment timelines feel ordinary. Carrying balances feels routine. The system presents itself as infrastructure, not as a choice. Familiarity replaces questioning. Dependence feels structural. This is not a crisis state, it is a background condition. That is why it persists quietly. The debt cycle is not driven by individual failure. It is driven by design. A system structured around duration will produce long-term dependence. A system built on delayed cost will create repetition. The consistency of outcomes reflects the consistency of incentives. This does not mean people are careless. It means they are operating inside a structure that converts ordinary behavior into long-term obligation. Debt does not repeat because it is misunderstood. It repeats because it is normalized. And systems that feel normal are rarely questioned.